been a hard couple of weeks, but I'm back. I have not had a Pepsi in 2 weeks, and it's been murder on my system.
That's so much bullshit.
Yeah, that's literally bullshit.
And now I'm good.
It's like you... Yeah, right, Ichi. Like, you would... You can't even go a day without a Pepsi.
That is accurate.
That is sadly unfortunate.
So, now my dick is everywhere for the internet to see.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time.
For full context, listen to this week's Extra Extra.
Yeah, like the very end.
The very tip.
Yep, very tip.
Lane, why is there a Zeo plushie on the floor?
Wait, why is he on the floor now?
He experienced the
wait,
tip.
I forgot. I punched him over there.
It's over here.
It's because he experienced the tip.
My little Wagamo.
Lane, you're a weird person.
Oh, thank you.
And you have my pity.
But do you have the roll call?
You are...
Oh, yeah, I can schwa it.
No!
No, that's the other show, right?
Yeah, Zero attack!
Ow.
We are live! Connect. Loading. Broadcast. Tempered Zeal. Bluecaster. Super Ichi.
Loud and impulsive. Pinkcaster. Lane.
Illuminating the Tokuverse. Yellowcaster. Hollow.
One little spark of courage. Dreamcaster. Global South Perka.
Broadcasting hundreds of opinions across the world.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
On air.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger.
You just hit me.
And it's episode 248.
Okay, Google, what is Pokemon number 248?
On the website bulbapedia.bulbagarden.net, they say, Tyranitar is a dual-type rock dark pseudo-legendary Pokemon.
Okay, Google, shut up! Thank you.
Wow, that actually worked!
That actually worked.
Oh my god, you can actually tell your Google Mini to shut up.
Okay, Google, I'm sorry. No response.
Refuses to.
Okay.
Now
mad-
it's
it's
mad at
you.
me.
Okay, Google.
Hey Google, are you mad at us?
I'm always happy to chat. How can I help you?
Aww.
Play a sheep noise.
These are sheep.
Oh shit, you okay? Don't die.
I'm alive.
Angry sheep noises.
Just the freaking, just play a sheep noise. These are sheep.
Here's some sheep.
noise.
Yeah, no,
These are wonderful.
having these, like, things are fucking amazing.
Does it work with anything?
Okay, Google.
Almost.
Play a platypus noise.
I don't have a sound for that yet.
Then you're useless.
Let me try.
Okay, Google, play the sound of a kookaburra.
This is a kookaburra.
Whoa!
It sounded like you said kookaburra. Like it was a mix of a cougar and a
Am I
kookaburra.
allowed to do one?
Last one, go.
Hey Google, play Godzilla's Roar.
Well, I was just thinking that too.
Playing Puff Daddy. Come with me.
Okay, stop! Okay, Google, stop! Okay, Google, stop! Okay, Google, stop!
Stop!
Okay, Google, stop!
Oh my god. Oh god. And we just spit up water on the floor.
Whoa!
I'm so sorry.
You almost spat on Duke Kaboom!
Look what you've done, Puff Daddy!
You almost spit on Duke Kaboom!
I have water coming out of my nose.
Someone grab a towel! There's one over there.
Sorry. Oh no.
Car, get out of your fucking cocoon!
Use your foot on my towel!
Get out of your goddamn cocoon, you fucking caterpillar!
I'm so sorry.
Here's a towel.
To think Blaze is just like, this all could have been avoided if I just said the Pokemon instead of Google.
Blaze is actually sad that we've taken away his job and given it to a robot.
Oh, we're just doing...
Don't be such a one-trick pony, then!
Like, I actually have water coming out of my nose.
Oh, God!
Well, at least your sciences are clear now.
Are they?
Anyways, welcome everybody. We're here to talk about Zeo episode 39, Ryusoulger episode 13, and for our featured topic, the long-awaited Kamen Rider Heisei Generations Forever.
And I think
actually,
I'm really sorry.
it's
okay.
It's the Kamen Rider 20th anniversary commemoration project. And why do you have my finger?
Trying to pull it.
Yeah, I love that smuggling Pokemon is a meme now.
Oh, that's hilarious. I just want to see a Slowpoke and a Wooloo fucking body now.
So I hope this
Yeah, why isn't it Lycanroc?
wolf in sheep's
A
clothing.
lot of people are saying they hope
That's
that
good.
Wooloo evolves into a wolf in sheep's clothing.
That'd be
which
funny.
I think would actually be awesome.
Yeah, I've seen like really muscular one.
For a cheap,
Like
for a
where
cheap
it turns into a normal dark.
Anyone
and
who
is a wolf in
roll
sheep's
34 is
clothing.
Wooloo, fucking for shame on you.
I agree, but
Oh,
that's pretty funny.
Mess with the flock, you get the Glock!
That's a little bit funny. Eh?
No,
Love it.
Wooloo is precious. I love her.
Anyways, hopefully this little round of stupid, insane bullshit makes up for the fact that we took last week off because I went on a vacation that didn't go well!
vacations where
I'm starting to think you should just not go to YetiCon anymore.
It starts to feel like that, but every time it comes around, I'm all excited because I go with friends I don't hang out with that often.
Yeah. Also, I wasn't there. So.
Blaze, that's kind of terrifying.
Also, I watched Zeo.
I'm sorry about spitting water on the ground.
That's okay, my dear.
No, I feel really bad because you actually have to get a towel.
It's okay.
Well,
Last
luckily it was
time
in range.
The last time that happened, I was at my house. It was over Discord, and it went on my leg.
I know, you had a bad case of hot that day.
That was because of hot.
See, I made the exact same joke in the extra when you mentioned that. It was super funny then. It's still funny now. Anyways, let's get into Zeo!
No, you don't have to be sorry, please. I was...
Rider time.
Oh my fucking god.
Can I? Okay. I'm sorry. I need to go off my thing quickly right now because I love this. So Kamen Rider Grand Zeo is fucking amazing and probably one of the most broken fucking things in Kamen Rider ever, and also just super awesome. Not only because he doesn't just summon a rider, he summons them from a point in time. It's amazing, and someone actually made a video compilation of where in points in time that he summoned each of the riders that he did at the beginning of this episode. Oh, it was when he was in the middle of
the pillar destroying Tatoba finisher from episode 3.
Kuga when he first used his rider kick is in mighty form. Build when he first used it. Guy when he was about to kill Yuya.
Hooray! Trauma!
Like, holy fucking shit!
Meteor when he's playing golf that one week.
No, do you know what I want him to do? And I wish he had the ability to just summon a meteor and just do that fucking punch that he did to kill Forsyth.
Oh yeah,
Just,
1-inch punch.
but yeah, fucking it's so awesome. I love that he can just summon a rider from any point in time and just use their ability. And the best part is, the rider's probably not even aware that they're doing it.
I think it's just data copies.
Yeah, just a
I
copy.
don't think they're the actual rider. It's not like one of the riders is just in the middle of a fight in their world and then he just pulls them in.
Because you have to think, if he pulls them out of that timeline and they use their attack on whoever Zeo's fighting, that means they're not doing that attack on who they're actually fighting.
But no, I'm after finally seeing Grand Zeo like on screen and in motion, like for the instance we saw him, I fucking love that form. It's so cool. In Ichi's case, he's mad at it because we got spoiled for episode 40.
I was gonna say, you want to get all that positivity out of the way, nestle into that nice little corner of this episode, because that's the only thing that's happening positive.
Oh, no, there's lots of positive stuff.
Zeo has done a lot of stupid fucking shit, and I mean the show in general, not just the writer. Waz's little gag of accidentally mentioning what's gonna happen in the upcoming episode was cute to a point. But when you straight up show several minutes of a fight from the next episode, spoiling the fight of the final form debut of your primary rider,
I know,
without even showing the henshin, That is fucking cardinal sin territory! Why the fuck would you do this?
Because Woz is a fucking asshole. I love it too. He's just like, oops, I think I went
too far ahead. Forget you saw that.
Too far ahead into the future. My bad.
How are we supposed to forget we saw that, you fucking asshole?
You know what I can just see now? Just Cusco, like, stopping the episode. Be like, hey, sorry,
Wait,
accidentally put in the wrong episode.
Someone
Just saying.
palette swap Gates and Woz's colors? Oh
Yeah.
my god,
That actually
whoa!
looks
He
pretty
looks
good.
like Ben 10.
I'm gonna call them gods and ways.
I'm gonna call him Ben 10.
What?
And red guy.
And
And Zio's just Zio, because no one cares.
And Zio.
And Zio.
Zio,
Steven!
Zio, give me my Zio.
Where'd he go?
I don't know, he punched me in the
He's
face
to
and
your
now he
left
fucked
on your
off.
chair.
So, with that out of the way, I think it's fucking stupid that the way he summons the riders is just by tapping the fucking shrine on his suit.
Oh, I love it! It's awesome!
So he's literally a giant fucking soundboard. He just like, boop, like lifting his leg to
He's
tap
the
his
stream
leg.
deck!
No.
It's so fun. It really takes away any sort of tension and coolness that or seriousness that he's supposed to have when he's literally pressing buttons on his own suit like he's a fucking children's toy.
I love that he had to like squat over just to touch Gaim on his leg.
And now I just find it funny. It's like
His ghost on his ass?
No. I just like the joke. It's like, hey, what does that button do? Bip, 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 Buzz Lightyear to the rescue.
Buzz, 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 Buzz Lightyear to the rescue.
Mighty, 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 critical strike.
That's what I've been watching.
Oh my god.
But no, it's amazing because now for the rest of this series, it's just going to be fucking awesome watching Grand Zio do anything because it's just he doesn't need to do anything. He can just fucking press the rider on his armor and bam, anytime.
And that's not a positive. How are we supposed to give a shit about Grand Zio if all he does is what DN does, but more specialized?
Because he's a king. He has his subjects fight for him, not himself. A king doesn't fight.
That doesn't make him cool. That makes him a lazy asshole.
It makes him badass as hell. I fully endorse and support Grand Zio from here on in. I love him. I love it. Love it so much. It's awesome. Fuck you, Ichi.
No, fuck you. I hate it.
I love it. Hell, one of the best fucking pictures I've ever seen, and like this was posted on fucking Twitter so long ago, and I'd love for this to happen. It's just like a moment where just freaking Grand Zio just like summons fucking Build Hazard, and I would love that.
Except they'll never do it.
I know, but a man can dream. If he summoned Build Hazard, everyone would be fucked. Everyone. Oh my god. Anyways,
so I guess by merit of this episode, the show has decided, fuck having a drive arc, that's gonna happen in the movie. Fuck you.
And if Grand Zio right now from this little clip that we saw of him drives you nuts, wait till his henshin, because you fucking hate how long it is. It's gonna be long.
It's gonna be a fucking parade.
I love that his chime is just fucking like 30 seconds long. It's amazing.
Kuga Agito
Drive
Grand Zio, watch him go, Kamen Rider.
I can't wait to get that watch.
The Prince of
right?
Please make a figure out of Grand Zio.
I thought you were gonna say please make a figure out of Prince Ali.
I heard that too.
That would be pretty awesome.
Anyways.
There are some Disney figure arts, aren't there?
Grandozio.
It reminds me
It
reminds me a little bit.
Sorry, go ahead, Emily.
It reminds me a little bit of the one for Grateful, except way longer.
Yeah, right?
Yes, multi-brawl.
This is yours.
So,
it's your Gears 5 pre-order.
I know it is.
The episode also features the return of a rider I'm pleased to see, Kamen Rider Zeronos.
Oh, and he just immediately has no fucks to give, and it's amazing. It's pure Yuto in a nutshell. I love it. And we got DENEB back!
Yay! Best Imagine!
And it's amazing too because his VA said he was retiring from playing that role, and he actually came back to reprise his role, so I'm very happy they did that.
Thank you, Hochu Otsuka, for coming back.
And DENEB was still as fucking awesome and sweet as ever, giving
Agreed.
everyone candy and just being like, please be nice to Yuto. I know he seems like an asshole, but he's a really great guy. I promise you.
I didn't watch it.
But of course, they did the thing we all knew they were going to do when we found out Zeronos was coming back. Fucking Sogo looks at them and goes, "Oh, Gary?"
I don't know what you're talking about. Who's that?
Dude, no, come on!
You're pulling my leg.
You know who you are.
You know.
You know.
So instead of getting back another character, they decided just to give a guy another paycheck, apparently.
I'm actually glad they did it. Every time they show like an actor who's been in multiple things, I'm like, why don't they get him back for the other thing? Because like we never got
Paul Kagioba.
We never got Takeda Kohei back as Otoya for Kiva.
See, that would have been great if we got frickin' Zanki.
Right?
Because then they would have seen him as Jiro, and he's like, wait, you're a werewolf? What?
Honestly, I'm glad they did it with Zeronos instead of Jiro, because I feel like if they did it both times, the joke would have been stale.
Yeah.
And this is the better of the two to do it with.
Yeah, I agree.
Then there's like 2 arcs.
Also, I noticed on the Zeronos belt that like it had a little bit of wear and tear. So, yeah, some paint was chipped off.
Speaking of Zeronos, you know what they didn't address by way of him being back here?
Hmm?
The fact that his power set has a limited number of uses. Should it not have been like expended by this point?
This is all stuff that I don't know. All I know is I really like the Imogen.
That's why I think for continuity's sake, he should have just been Zero form.
Well, the short form of what Zeronos' deal is the cards he used to transform are powered by people's memories of him, and he only has a limited number of them.
Maybe he met a lot of people throughout his travels, so he has a ton of the infinite amount of cards.
He's on a card collecting journey.
I just want in the next episode, just like he sees Sogo, he just smiles and just sprays him, knocks him out. That's one of my favorite things Yuto's ever done. Just throughout several points in.
Sorry, we have to set up for the movie.
We have to set up for the movie. He just sprays him and knocks him out. He's like,
knockout spray.
Yeah, and just he does this weird, fucking hilarious smile when he does it.
He's only happy when he's knocking people unconscious.
If he's happy and clap your hands.
God, he married Ryotaro's sister. That's amazing.
Yep.
Wow. Anyways,
the Imaginer here, and they let Momo drive the fucking train, which of course results in the Denliner crashing for like the 8th time.
How is that possible?
Because Momo's a shitty driver.
Still, the Denliner looks like fucking amazing.
Wait, who's driving? Wait a minute, if you're here, I'm there. Who's driving?
But you're driving!
So they get invited into the clock shop, and of course Uncle fucking...
Because apparently the uncle gained some sort of monolithic legend throughout time for being the most legendary clock repairman in all of history.
Really? So they ask him to fix the Denliner for him, and he's like, well...
It's a train!
It's a train. No, think of it as like a giant clock.
It's a big clock.
It's a big clock.
Fucking okay.
So then, for some...
Oh my god!
Yeah, no, everyone's been memeing the fuck out of him on the bike.
I love it!
It's amazing. So...
Was this the episode with the jelly donuts? Like, just a mountain of jelly donuts?
I think it's that Sogo doesn't remember.
I'm like, that's it.
Yeah, that's something that's been called into question, kind of, because the Heisei Generations Forever movie would have happened before this, and he has the double watch, which we know is canon because he used the double watch in the show in an earlier episode, but he shows no sign of remembering meeting the Imagine.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You never got the Deno Ride watch in the movie.
Nope. That's what this episode's for.
Yep.
Maybe it should have been like, hey asshole, you forgot to pick this up when we teamed up.
You left this in my sand hole.
Hey, I think you dropped this. So then...
I love Chief Vegas. Like, I'm surprised Sogo can remember his name.
So Ryutaro decides to possess the uncle, and then...
Oh my god, he's got the hat.
Denliner, go! Denliner, go!
I wanted him to just bust out a fucking dance crew like he usually does.
And I love it. No,
one of
my favorite scenes in this episode was just freaking... Well, I was just like Wagamo, we need to go find the Den Red Watch. Fuck you, Was! I need to go worry about my uncle! And he just runs after him.
Speaking of Wagamo, what are we at?
So Well, since we're talking about the movie anyways, like...
Between this episode and the movie.
And with this episode of the movie, we are at a whopping 98 Wagamos.
Which means by next week, we'll probably break 100.
Oh my god, I just realized episode 40, Woz is going to have such a huge fucking boner the whole episode. When we saw Sogo get the fucking Grand Zero Ride Watch, he's just...
You just zoom into Woz's face and you can tell he's fully erect.
He's creaming hard.
No. He wasn't. Maybe mentally, yeah, though. Maybe mentally a little bit.
A little bit.
Maybe physically a little bit. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
So when did this scene happen?
That's actually really well photoshopped.
What the hell is that?
It's the scene where Momo's handing him the watch, but someone photoshopped a golf bag all over him.
Oh, okay.
You thought that was real? That's amazing.
No, I didn't. I knew it was Photoshop. I just didn't know what the point was. Oh, Woz is the ultimate caddy.
Yeah, Woz would be though.
Yeah, I got
Wagga Golfo.
Wagga my golf. The golf ride watch.
There's soup.
Alright, hang on, there's one more.
I get it now. It's because the golf was on this week.
You know what? I finally, at this point in the show...
The drive cart!
Yes! That's awesome. But no, since I've had a recent attraction to soup, and I actually have, like, a decent amount of respect for her now, I'm actually just going to refer to her as Skiyomi from now on.
Fuck you, she's soup!
No, she's never been soup.
I'm going to... she is Tsukiyomi from now on.
I like...
Tsukiyomi.
First you like Tsukiyomi, then you like Reina. What the fuck is wrong with you, like?
I have a thing for young Japanese women?
You have a thing for women, don't you?
But on a related note, I finished SSSS Gridman, and Akane's world's better. I don't know what anyone is on about. She's more interesting as a person.
Oh, I agree, but fucking Rikus likes her.
Anyway.
It's fun to stay at the Uchukita.
That's good.
Uchuki, fuck it. Anyways.
Okay.
So, another Deno happens in this episode, and it's different than who it is in the movie.
Because it's through a guy who apparently some other guy got his sister killed, and he really hates the guy for it.
And the guy who becomes another Deno looks like Discount Snipe.
Does look like Discount
He
Snipe.
kind of does.
No, he looked like he looked like if you dressed him up a bit more, he looked like Guzma.
Oh my god.
Boy Guzma!
Who?
He's incarnate. He's Destruction incarnate.
The leader of Team Skull. It's your boy Guzma.
Who?
Play
Exactly.
Pokemon Sun and Moon, Gar!
Okay.
It's a good game.
You have until November.
I have until November to play Pokemon Y, Omega Ruby, Moon,
Pokemon Y, Pokemon M, Pokemon C.
So then Wool and Aura have a meeting, and they're pretty much just tired of Schwartz's fucking lying, deceiving bullshit.
I love it. They're like, wait, Zio's obtaining ride watches way too quickly, which means even the characters in the show are acknowledging that this show sucks.
Well, no, it's just, oh shit, we didn't consider he would actually get them all this stuff. It's like with Goku nowadays. I need the Dragon Balls. Just flies around the world. Okay, I got them.
This just in. When we talked during Extra Castranger this week, we sent Redcaster a picture of the Kamen Rider Kuga boxer briefs.
Uh-huh.
He responded just saying, LOL.
Yeah, of course he did.
There's your payoff.
Great.
It was not climactful.
Yeah. See, if Raven was here, he would have been like, damn it.
Okay, so, Discount Snipe becomes Kamen Rider, another Rider Deno, and she tells him that she can cure his hatred, and she tells him to steal the Denliner, which we later find out is for the purpose of him, assumedly, going back in time to save his sister from dying.
Which I really hope in episode 40 he goes to confront his sister, but he still looks like another Deno, and she just gets fucking terrified, which gets her killed.
Oh yeah, like
he's the reason she died.
They could totally do that.
That'd be so funny. I'm sorry.
Right?
That'd be fucking hilarious. I want that to happen.
But my immediate problem with what happens afterwards is, so she tells him to go steal the Denliner, and he responds by showing up and trying to attack it. You stupid asshole! She said steal it, not destroy it! He just starts swiping at it with the fucking another gasher. That's what I'm assuming it's called.
Another gasher. Amazing.
This isn't a video game. You don't have to lower its HP to 0 to claim it.
If you ride in the game, you ride for real.
Right in the game.
So Gates shows up as first responder, because what the fuck else is he doing these days? And then Sogo shows up and immediately responds with fucking Trinity, because why not? And then Yuto, Zeronos, and DENEB, they show up effectively cock-blocking Sogo. Yeah, because they're here to do what Gates doesn't do anymore. Tell Zio that they're going to stop him from becoming the evil Omazeo overlord. Yeah, we saw the future, and you're going to be evil and stuff, so we're here to kill you. I feel like Gates should have been offended by that.
Again, Zio in a nutshell.
Also, can I just say Momo possessing Gates is amazing.
You're right. And then when they end
now Gates has a personality.
They end up in Trinity, and it's Momotaros in there, and Gates is like
asleep.
Weekend at Bernie's body there.
He's sleeping.
The first time they show Momo and Gates standing inside of the Trinity Zone, as I'm going to call it, Gates is like passed out, and he's leaning against Momo, like suspiciously close to the Imajunk.
Did you say Imajunk?
Yes.
It was great seeing Tsukiyomi trying to help Gates, or like Momo.
Oh my god, she has to teach him how to do the Zeker drive.
No, that reminded me of that episode of O's when
they have to put
she's
the
like
metals
fucking
in his belt.
zonked out.
Ankh and Hina help him henshin.
Yeah, like
was great.
The scanner just scans the belt, and I'm like, that's amazing.
Yep.
O's was great.
And the best part about Momo transforming into Gates Revive Goretsu was he does his Ore Sanjo bit, and then he accidentally like saws his hand.
Ow!
No, I'm not used to this weapon.
No, and Tsukiyomi's just like Ore Sanjo? Like, we arrived? What?
But you were already here.
Ore Futabi-san.
We also get to see Zeronos use both of his Altair and Vega forms over the episode.
And I like it. We actually got to see like a proper transformation of like seeing DENEB actually like go into Zeronos and like transform into the cape. And I'm sorry, I didn't say the fucking face on my chest is merely for decoration.
Yeah, like he does his Altair form catchphrase. Ore wa kanaritsuyoi.
He'll probably say it next week.
But then when he goes Vega form, he's like, Saisho ni tsuyoku, Yuto wa yoroshiku.
Please love Yuto.
Instead of the Mune no kao wa kazari da! Yeah, I memorized those catchphrases because I love Zeronos.
Well, yeah, Zeronos is cool.
Why didn't Momo just turn into Deno?
Because he can't. He doesn't have the belt.
So why doesn't Urotaros transform them?
Let's remember that Momotaros was apparently carrying the Deno watch up his asshole the whole time, which means the Deno powers have already been condensed and are no longer usable.
But they all had a Deno driver, or whatever the hell it was called.
It was just called the Deno belt.
They all had the Deno belt.
Well, that was in Final Countdown. That was a one-time thing.
No, it was continued onwards.
You know what?
Afterwards.
I would like to agree with you, but the fact that the Deno watch already exists means that they don't have access to the powers anymore.
But they all had their own version, so it's just
it was
Momo.
It was shared access to the same power set.
So maybe it's just Momo who couldn't transform. Maybe it was like everyone else.
Or maybe this show sucks.
Or maybe we just couldn't afford to suit actors. Wait, you guys want more money to do Deno? How about no? Wait, so that begs the question, did Seiji Takaiwa play Gates if he was possessed by Momo?
Probably.
Maybe.
That would be interesting, though.
Gates.
We also get to see a mole Imagine just happen completely randomly, spawn from the dude who was getting yelled at by the guy who became another Deno.
It makes sense that the Imagine wouldn't be gone.
Yeah.
Because they're a race of monsters, so there's probably like thousands of them, millions even.
Well, if you want to go by the show context, the Imagines are people from an alternate future that got wiped out.
Oh, really?
So they became monsters.
Oh,
wait, so they got wiped out and that made them become monsters?
Yeah. Because
how? Like, were their souls corrupted or something?
Basically, something happened to the timeline.
Timey-wimey bullshit.
Deno never really explained what happened in the alternate.
Deno was never about the story.
So the Imogen are the Toclafane?
Imagine.
The Imagine are the Toclafane?
Yeah.
Imagination.
So, like, I don't know why they decided just to make the mole Imagine, like, the grunts for like, the show onwards. Even though they only had a one episode thing in Deno, and then for all the other movies, they just became grunts. Yeah, Momo mentions, it's like, why the hell did you reimagine me as this? don't look like this in real life.
So yeah, Uncle fixed the Denliner. It crashes into the scene. Another Deno steals the Denliner to go back in time. The Mole Imagine, quote-unquote, completes his contract, even though he did nothing to actually fulfill it, and jumps into Rando number 2, the traditional Imagine way. So everyone's going back to the past. Meanwhile, Momo pulls the Deno watch out of his ass, and upon obtaining it, that apparently counts as obtaining all of the ride watches, even though we didn't have a proper drive arc.
Or double arc.
And thus spawns the bullshit watch.
Fuck you, Grand Zero.
Wait a minute. Okay, so we didn't
But
have
he
a
didn't
proper
have drive, right?
Kuga?
Gates had drive.
Yeah, that's their way of
I know they have it.
Like, that's their way of, like...
But then why did Woz make it so clear that he had 2 watches left to obtain?
Wait, 2?
Yeah, he said 2 and he only got 1. I was really confused by that.
What other ride watch do you need besides...
Drive!
What was the second one?
Deno!
Oh, double D. Giggity.
What?
The show can't abide its own rules for 5 fucking minutes.
Oh, go up.
Well, that's like... It's kind
Oh, Ryder custom posted something.
Was featuring Delta.
He looks good.
It's alright.
Kind of reminds me of the 01 rumored design. Which we didn't talk about in the extra. Burp.
So, the Grand Zeo ride watch just spawns, and the episode ends.
Yep. I'm fucking psyched for episode 40.
Isn't that grand of an ending?
I will watch the raw of it, if need be.
So next week is Taking Back the Denliner. Momotaro's possesses Woz, and everything I love comes crashing around my feet. And Grand Zeo fights Omazeo, I guess.
Fuck yeah, I can't wait.
Fucking Momo Woz is worse than Momo Onodera from Decade. It's so ugly.
What's wrong with it?
His hair is such a disaster.
Well, I mean, yeah, but isn't that kind of... I don't know.
Just because that's what's supposed to happen doesn't mean I have to like it.
Someone doesn't like. Someone's a party pooper.
Potty poopa.
Party pooper.
Party people papo.
Kaboom!
This was actually a weirdly okay episode.
I've just honestly gotten tired of Ryusoulger.
Yeah.
It's to say, like, I think everyone's just kind of in like the same consensus that just Ryusoulger is meh. It doesn't know what it wants to be.
And
right.
then here's the weirdest thing of all. I'm not even caught up on the show.
I know. That's if you're not caught up on Sentai, then we have a problem.
It's not... I like it. I know it's probably not that good,
Well,
but I
no,
like it anyway.
like I'm not saying like it's bad because I'm not caught up. It's just I honestly lost track of which episode I was on last.
And then we told you.
Yeah, you're 3 episodes behind.
I still don't remember those episodes, so.
That's because nothing memorable's happened yet.
So maybe I'll just rewatch from episode 9 and onwards.
Now I will say this took an interesting turn because like we this is about like the Prime Minister. I get like Prime Minister of Japan.
In this story, we discover that in the Ryusoulger version of Japan, the Prime Minister of Japan is a woman.
That's awesome.
Which is interesting.
And then we find out that apparently she's a member of the Ryusoul tribe.
And she's immortal and she's been throughout history.
So she's Keanu.
And she wants to die because she feels bad that she's left so many loved ones.
Oh my god, we're watching Highlander.
Yeah, it is Highlander. There can be only one.
Okay,
There can be only 6!
So apparently the Prime Minister right now is Shinzo Abe.
Okay.
He's been the Prime Minister since 2012.
Good for him.
He's about to be dethroned by a woman who wants to die.
He previously served as Prime Minister from 2006 to 2007 and Chief Cabinet Secretary from 2005 to 2006.
All right.
Thanks, Gar.
He's currently the leader of the Liberal Democratic Party since 2012.
Okay.
Yeah, you can stop now.
Are you sure there's a few more lines?
No, it's okay.
We're good.
So, apparently she has some history with Toa and Bamba, because, like, she fucking hugs Bamba, and Bamba's just like...
Can I stab her now?
And apparently she knows their master who suddenly disappeared and they don't know what happened to him. Spoilers! It's probably Geysorg.
Oh, I thought their master was her.
No, their master is clearly Geysorg.
She said that
probably trapped in the
I love
armor.
it. She effectively goes, if you let me die, I'll tell you where your master went.
Wink!
How is she supposed to do that if she's dead?
I don't know, but she gave me Ancient One vibes.
Just Blaze, I didn't come here for a lesson on Japanese politics. I came here for angry Canadians yelling about tokusatsu.
And we will give you what you ask for.
I don't think I'm very angry, though. I did spit water on the floor.
That's so angry. That's the most angry you can get, Emily, spitting water on the floor.
Yeah,
I'm so angry!
I spit water on the floor because I was laughing.
Spread it evenly.
Spread it evenly.
I would love it. Just like I'm not encouraging Emily to ever get angry, but I feel like if she would, I would just like it when just like Andy got pranked by Jim and he just punched a hole in the fucking wall.
I've done that.
I've always wanted to punch a hole in the wall.
Do it in your
Who doesn't
room.
want to punch a hole in the wall? It's fucking fun. It'd be fun.
It's
Anyway.
not the funnest thing in the world, man.
No, I know.
So my first question upon hearing of all this talk about Toa and Banba's master. So wait, the two of them shared a master? Does that mean we're not going to get Master Green and Master Black? We just have to have Master Olive?
Master Olive, oh my god.
Master Bleen.
All of them.
That Blaze
Master
actually,
Grack.
I actually reminds me of something kind of silly, and I don't want to go off topic, but
Mr.
I'll be
Tyler.
really fast if that's okay.
Go ahead. Master Stab.
Is that one time, I don't remember the reason, apparently when I was in like grade 6 or 7, I got really, really angry, and I ranted for like half an hour at the teacher, and afterwards, the teacher was laughing, and after I calmed down, and I was just like, "What? What's so funny?" And they said, "You somehow managed to go through that entire tirade without saying a single swear word. You just used like almost swear words the whole time.
Oh.
It's funny.
Even when you were blindingly angry, you didn't say the F word."
That's funny you mentioned that, because as you were telling that story, I was just thinking about, because I actually vividly remember the first time I swore, because throughout my entire elementary school career, I didn't swear until this one field trip.
Welcome to me. I didn't swear at all until high school when a bunch of kids followed me after school and chased me home and threw snowballs at me, and I yelled at them to fuck off. And then I couldn't believe myself that I actually said it.
And now I swear like I've got a quarter to fill.
Oh, I swear all the fucking time at home.
I blame Rick.
At work, I do not, though, because, I have to have a sense of professionalism, so...
I swear more at work than I do at home.
I blame Ricky for my swearing.
Anyways, I gotta say, Kurino Miyoko, fucking badass. She's so cool. She's so strong, tough.
She wants to die.
She makes jokes all the time.
She died.
Yeah,
she
Die.
died.
Yeah, that whole strong, tough thing, kind of not the case.
She
puts up a good front.
But she has a reason. Like, she's lived for so long and she's wanting to have a normal life, and then she's like, yeah, I'm watching my recent loved one dying in the hospital, and I can't die with him.
Here's the thing, though. The Ryusoulger tribe has not been proven to be functionally immortal. It's just that they live long and they don't age as well. If she really wanted to die, she could have just thrown herself off that cliff that Ui tried to.
Wait a minute.
Like, I know this is a kid's show and we're not going to go in that direction.
Bamba to
Yeah,
stab her.
exactly, and even Bamba.
Right? Like,
yeah, like...
Bamba's been itching to stab someone. Here's his chance.
Wait a minute. I got the perfect video.
Well, he still stabbed the box.
Oh my god, it's Mr. Meeseeks.
Meeseeks.
Just want to die.
It's the Mr.
I'm the Prime Minister. Look at me.
Yeah.
The floor is starting to become uncomfortable.
But she's apparently, because she's lived for over 300 years and has lived as a member of the Ryusoulger tribe and as a normal person and as the Prime Minister of Japan.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
She straight up like knows what people are thinking because she knows all the tropes of Sentai.
Yeah, she's like, I've read people all my life.
You trying to get clues about me so you know how to defeat the Minosaur?
Didn't say the magic word.
Also, I think the Minosaur just like spontaneously spawned from her because Creon makes no visible confirmation that he's the one who created it. So how the fuck does that happen?
It's confirmation. Yeah.
So like, can Minosaurs just spawn from people without Crayon's involvement?
I don't know. But
is that going to be a thing?
Well, maybe it's because it's a Minosaur spawned from a Ryusoulger tribe.
Maybe the Ryusoulger tribe people can spawn Minosaurs on their own.
Minosaurs are people!
Can we get Minosaurs
We already knew that.
Can we get Minosaurs of all the Rangers, like the way Sailor Moon makes each of the Senshi a victim of the week? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Another soldier?
That. We just need like a Zeo equivalent of Sentai.
Just like instead of Ryusoulger, the Aku soldiers, like because they're evil. I mean, Geysorg is basically
this Minosaur was pretty fucking cool though, because he has the ability to like read your every single move, and he also, if he hits you with like a beam, it like makes you say what's on your mind. So I love that Crayon just totally insulted Wiseru to his fucking face. He's like, "The fuck you say to me?
Nani the fuck?"
It's weird because all I can think is that beam wouldn't work too well because I'm always trying to be honest about everything.
And that ends up being the point of the episode.
And Crayon's fucking smart idea for a new base for them is in a fucking parking garage.
It's summer, so we should hide underground.
But where will I dance? Pfft, like you need a fucking dance. Excuse me?
I'm fucking sorry?
Yeah, he was just ready to fucking shank Crayon.
I'm gonna break you like a pencil crayon, bitch.
Yep. And then he shows up and it's just like, yeah, no, that ain't me. I didn't do that. I didn't make that one.
I didn't do that.
So then, yeah, at one point, Geysorg, like, appears to the Prime Minister, and...
They know each other?
She's like, what the fuck do you want? And he's like, do you want to die? I can help with that.
I got a guy.
You're like me.
I got a Geysorg for that.
I got a Geysorg.
And the fact that they're so chummy, and the fact that she says that he used to be Hero, it's so fucking obvious he's the Green and Black's former master.
Obvious. It's so obvious.
And yet somehow I thought it was her. I don't know why.
He's that mysterious cloaked figure we
The
saw.
one who looks like fucking DJ Sagra.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that I want to be Dan Muraboshi.
Master Perp.
I'm gonna go with Master Olive until we get a name.
Garfield into the lasagna first. Oh, it's silly. Are we gonna get Bill Murray's Garfield in that?
And Toys R Us is coming back, but not as Jeffrey's Toy Box, as just Toys R Us.
Oh. Why the fuck did they close it down?
That was it. Because...
Marketing!
Because, Lane, they were going bankrupt.
So anyway, Bamba
smaller
gives
story,
Prime Minister Lady all of the shit for being selfish and wanting to die instead of facing her problems like a big girl. And that prompts Pyramidas over here to grow to giant size.
Wait, who's Pyramidas?
The Minosaur. It's made of pyramids.
Triforia.
It's made of pyramids and bandages because it's really old, like her.
And he's afraid of fire.
Like her?
Yeah.
I think it's just because he's wrapped in bandages and that they're flammable.
Minosaur's on fire.
Scotchy nipper.
Minosaurs in F-15s.
So eventually, like the Ryusoulgers go to fight him, or whatever like that. Asuna gets hit with the beam and just calls out Melt.
Promptly flays Melt the fuck out again.
You know what though? I'm gonna admit, I think Asuna has a crush on Melt.
Oh god, no.
No, because at the end it was kind of obvious where she was kind of being like a little bit like.
I don't think that's because she likes him. I just think that's because she has problems expressing her positive feelings.
Yeah, and I feel like one of those things is liking Melt. I think she likes Melt.
I don't know about that. I mean, I'm all for Blue getting character development.
It's a stereotype thing where it's like, oh, a girl will always act tough and pretend that
it's called tsundere.
Yeah, she's a tsundere.
That was evident from episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about that.
I hope there's an episode where Ko gets taken over by Geysorg and then they have to fight Ko. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
No, Bamba! Have Bamba in the Geysorg armor.
The Master Stabber.
Yeah. They can actually stab you.
Yeah.
Master Stabber.
Sorry, it was the armor. The armor made me
So
stab
the monster
you.
grows giant and Ko immediately summons Tiramigo and Dime Volcano.
And of course, they get hit with the beam and Tiramigo's just like, fuck Dime Volcano, I hate his stupid face.
And Dime Volcano probably responds with, but I like you! I don't actually need to ask questions, I just want to talk to someone! I'm lonely!
That was actually kind of sweet. I really hope that Dime Volcano doesn't just fade into the background and not talk a lot, but I have a bad feeling you will.
And Tiramigo just is like, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh shit, now I feel bad, sorry.
Oh.
So they combine into Kishiryu Dime Volcano again, And we find out that Pyramid Face is weak to fire because bandages, so they light the bitch on fire with a fucking gas can that Asuna accidentally knocks right in front of it.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, it worked because he didn't expect that.
And all it required was Asuna to break her fucking ankle.
Oh, yeah! The shot of her ankle rolling, I went, ugh!
As someone with frequent foot problems, that hurt my soul.
Yeah.
That was incredibly...
I cringed.
I'm not going to lie, I didn't realize it until you said it right now, but I've been thinking of that shot all day.
It's like, oh!
Yes.
No!
Just the close-up of just her ankle just go... I was like, nope.
Yep.
That poor suit actress.
I've rolled my ankle before, it's not fun.
Oh, and Asuna also gets a fucking sequence for summoning the Moari soul during that bit.
Oh yeah, and then there's the part where Bob was just like, wanna die. I wanna die.
Yeah, that was
like he says I wanna die, like out full
I have
English.
so many mixed feelings about that. Like, the monster's just been saying wanna, wanna the whole episode, so they thought he was saying wanna, the word for trap, but then as he explodes, he says wanna die, and it's just like, oh...
Oh, and then and then
that
Bob
got
like,
sad.
Bob was just like, wanna die. I wanna die.
As in, I want to die, yeah.
That got weirdly sad and I'm sure relatable for some people.
Yeah, so then, also freaking Ui's dad just, like, when they talk about the Prime Minister, it's like, yeah.
She's fucking hot.
She's fucking hot.
And also for some, like, during the opening part of the episode, they're watching the news story about how she's, like, hospitalized for an unknown reason. And for some also unknown reason, Ui is just in the other room Googling her and finds pictures of what we know is her, but they just assume that it is her and not a woman that looks like her throughout old historical art pieces. And we're like, do none of you think that someone can have a look-alike throughout hundreds of years of history? Nope, definitely got to be the same
funny
woman.
Because me and Gar recently talked about an episode of Ultra Antigua that involved a girl who was seen...
Leapt through time?
Yeah, she's been around since, like, the 1800s.
The girl who leapt through time?
Yeah, and she's been seen...
1802 to be exact.
Yeah.
And she's basically just been on Earth just to get back to home planet.
I hate when I am on Earth.
Welcome to Earth.
Welcome to dirt. Earth's just another word for dirt.
But I gotta say, it was absolutely fucking hilarious how, like, she misfires the Moari soul, which then promptly fucking yeets the gas can right into the monster!
I'm so proud of you. She said yeet.
It's a little cringy, but it's effective.
Yeet!
The gas can was promptly yoked into the monster's face.
There you go.
And then Dime Volcano lights the bitch on fire!
With its cannons. It was awesome.
Now I'm just picturing the scene from the end of Thing, where the Minosaur just roars and Bomba's just, yeah, fuck you too. And, like, just throws the bomb.
That's perfect.
So next week we get Ryusoulger Gold's debut.
I want to put something out there. Not only are we going to put a prediction out that Gaisorg is Master Olive, but the way they showed her in that weird little animated bit of her walking after they talked about her disappearing, I think she's going to come back later and be someone important. Possibly Ryusoul Silver. And the reason I say that is, each of the Ryusoulgers has that little drill-shaped jewel, and I think each of them have the little orb in the top crevasse in it that's their color, and she has one that has a silver jewel in it.
Ooh.
So Ryusoul Silver, possibly?
That'd be cool. I mean, like, she was, like, kept talking to Bomba about how she wanted to die and stuff like that, and then just, like, Bomba just kind of puts her in her place, just being like, no, you're part of the Ryusoul tribe. You were born into this. You have to deal with the cards you've been dealt.
I feel like maybe she could be the second coming of Akira, where she comes back and just, like, fighting while searching for a place to die.
Oh,
Lane, what did you just say?
What?
Like
you had to deal with the cards that you've been dealt?
So, in a way, you gotta make your bed and lay in it?
Yep.
Like what I'm doing right now?
Yes.
Yeah, Gar's on the floor with a blanket and pillow.
He's waiting for nap time.
He kind of, like, yeah.
I guess we should use the Nemuso!
I feel like Pikachu right now. With that meme of his.
Whenever Pikachu doesn't want to talk to anyone.
Like he's just laying in that little tiny bed of his.
Yeah.
little tiny bit.
So yes, next week is the debut of Ryusoulger and a fucking pirate general. Fuck yeah!
I'm gonna say this guy looks fucking dope.
Right?
I love him.
We're 3 for 3 on awesome generals this season.
But no, this one seems to be my favorite so far. He looks awesome. He reminds me of Bunghole.
Oh, Bangray from
Bunghole.
That's what I was thinking too, actually.
My first thought looking at him was like Sentai Cervantes.
Oh yeah, oh, he looks so cool. I love it.
I'm looking forward to seeing what he does. But Weiseru's not dead yet, though. Unless maybe he dies next episode.
Oh, that's gonna be a shame. You know Weiseru's gonna go off in such an awesome way.
Oh yeah, because he's a showman.
He's so entertaining.
Right?
No,
Entertain!
It's like Willy Wonka. No, come on.
And you know what? I feel like he was just getting comfortable with, Crown was getting comfortable with Weiseru, and this new, fucking Drudon, general is just gonna, fucking just be like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't even want you. Or he'll be his lackey. He'll just see him as his lackey.
He'll get him to swab the deck.
There you go.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
Just into the cards.
Bye, Drudian.
Bye.
No, Crayon! I can't wait to see Toy Story 4 tomorrow.
Alright, now let's talk about our feature topic. We'll make Zeo!
Well, he is a boy.
Alright, so.
That is true.
Kamen Rider Generations.
What the heck is with your background? It's John with back so funny.
Yeah, it's John trying to dress up as Kishiryu.
Yep.
Unintentionally. So, yes, Kamen Rider Heisei Generations Forever. Forever.
Again, you're forgetting the
AKA
first part of the title.
AKA.
Heisei's 20th anniversary commemoration. Yeah.
I think this was the best possible week we could talk about this movie because it lined up with the DENEB episode of the show.
Yeah.
So now this movie feels like an extended director's cut of the show episode. Because it's basically the same plot.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
What the fuck are you on about now?
Desert you.
I think you're delirious.
No, I'm Gar.
You're just tired.
I'm not tired, I'm hungry.
I'm also hungry, actually.
Oh, dude.
We should get food after this.
Yeah.
Anyways, Kamen Rider Heisei Generations Forever.
It kind of sums up Zeo in a nutshell. It has good ideas, but not executed properly.
Let's just say after my first watching, I had a literal page of unanswered questions.
Oh. But I did like the... I will say, I watched... so apparently this movie takes place after episode 12, so I was like, well, fuck it, time to watch Zeo.
It was back when the show was not terrible.
Yeah, so I watched the first 12 episodes of Zeo, including the 0.5 episodes, and I'm really liking the show so far.
Enjoy that while it lasts.
I currently have episodes 13 through, I think, 17 downloaded that I need to watch. So, in which, hopefully by the end of June, I am fully caught up on Zeo.
I can't wait to hear your thoughts.
This movie, it's not as good as Final was, I will say that. Final had a better crossover plot idea. This one's kind of just...
I actually think the idea for this movie is the most creative thing I've seen Kamen Rider do in a long time.
This is what Zeo should have been.
So this is the movie that actually takes the Riders out of their series and into the quote-unquote real world where Kamen Rider is a franchise with merchandise.
I fucking love that concept. It's so cool.
So it opens with basically the one plot boy growing up throughout the age with Rider toys every season.
It's Ataru.
And then we are treated to what is very confusing for anyone who hasn't watched the movie already, but it's basically a movie retelling of episode 1 by way of Sogo leaving his school and then getting chased around by Gates in his time machine.
No, I can just see it. They see all the photos of him with Kamen Rider. What about this one? It's like 2015 or 2016. He just has like Ultraman stuff. Yeah, I went through a phase.
We don't talk about Ghost.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, I didn't like him that much, so I decided to change brands.
Sorry, Emily, we know you like Ghost.
No, it's okay.
Ghost.
I'm not mad at people for insulting Ghost because I know I shouldn't like Ghost. I know that Ghost is objectively terrible, but
look at it this way. Ghost being your first rider was an amazing choice because it can only get better.
I think, honestly, that is one of the reasons I like it so much, was that it was the first Rider series I actually watched from start to finish, and I was just like, this is amazing.
That's me with Wizard.
Nothing is like I've never seen a show like this before, and then all the other ones are like it, but better.
Yeah.
But I also really do like the characters in Ghost.
Anyways, we've talked about that 100 times.
I do want to say one thing, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
I could not find a subtitled copy of this film. So I watched.
Not allowed to torrent.
I watched it raw, and I was very, very confused, but vaguely understood what was going on.
Which is kind of a shame because this movie actually had a mystery to put together as you go through it.
I'm gonna say, why don't you join? There's a group on Facebook called Tokusatsu VC where they basically have every episode in the movie.
Oh, okay. I follow the Kamen Rider group.
No, don't follow them. They're assholes.
Can confirm.
They won't let me back in.
They're assholes because they won't let me in.
They're assholes because they like Kamen Rider. And only
What's that say?
No, like, they like Kamen Rider and only Rider.
And only Rider.
They don't like anything else. They think Rider's the most superior shit ever. When it's not.
I mean, I'm not going to entirely disagree. Anyways. So this, they basically redo the episode 1 from Zeo where Sogo gets chased around by Gates and Soup in the time machine.
God damn it, Sogo's just fucking reactions to everything are just...
Sogo is masterclass at pulling fucking faces.
He's just like losing his fucking mind.
He constantly looks like he's sucking on a lemon.
But yeah, his fucking face is just so funny.
But yeah, we find out that what's happening is a result of the riders losing their memories because they've already been pulled into quote-unquote the real world.
Yeah.
So what we end up discovering over the course of the movie is that an Imagine apparently somehow comes into the real world named Futaros, who is basically Momotaros if he was based on a goblin instead of an Oni. So Futaros, completely unexplained, happens upon Ataru in the real world, who makes a wish to have Kamen Riders meet him in reality, which then starts pulling Kamen Riders out of their shows and into the real world.
Okay, I have several questions about that.
Uh-huh.
So, when he says he wants to meet Kamen Riders, that doesn't just mean title riders, because Grease and Rogue are there as well. Not to mention all the side characters as well, if you see... Like, because
I feel like because he didn't specify, Futaros is just picking whoever the fuck.
Because, like, Misora has her memories, but no one... And, like, the ramen shop guy.
Yeah, which is really weird. Like, he says Kamen Riders, but then they pull the Fumen shop cart from Double because Shotaro's not here.
Yeah,
as we find out later...
this couch has no back.
Yeah.
The reason everyone is losing and unlosing their memories over the course of the movie is because
they're not...
porting everyone from reality to reality is a lot for one Imagine to handle.
There's not enough memory space. Boom.
Futaros is handling a lot, and that's why everyone keeps losing and remembering over the course of the movie. And I thought that was actually a pretty funny explanation.
Well, it's not that they're losing and remembering. They remember and then lose.
Blaze, I don't think we can be friends anymore. I love goblins.
He's making the John joke.
Oh.
I like goblins! Wah!
Oh, okay.
The goblins!
The goblins.
My soul's here.
The gobbies.
Yeah.
Why are my sisters back from Japan?
Kamen Rider.
So yes, we get to see Sento, Banjo, Kazumi, and Gentoku from Build over the course of the movie. And the villain of the movie is a timejacker that has not been in the show by the name of Tid.
No, it's Tid.
Is it
I
after
remember
Type of Watch as well?
when we talked about him, I fucking lost my goddamn mind with his name being Tid.
I'm gonna call him Tidus, like Kingdom Hearts says Titus is pronounced.
What's wrong?
I mean, apparently that's actually what it's supposed to be.
And what's his whole deal? He just doesn't like Rider. I feel like in headcanon, he's a fan of Metal Hero. And he was upset that Kamen Rider replaced Metal Hero after...
Yeah, like, they don't really clearly explain what his motivation is. He just wants to erase Heisei Kamen Riders, and specifically Heisei Kamen Riders.
So I guess...
Assumedly he's okay with Showa Riders.
Maybe... Well, from what I understand of the show, the Time Jackers' whole spiel is they want to create a new king to take down Omazeo.
Yes, but even as far as episode 39, none of them have expounded on why.
But Tid here just wants to get rid of them permanently.
He wants to erase all of the timelines, not just any one rider.
So maybe he's a different Time Jacker? We also don't know where they come from. Or at least...
Yeah, the Time Jackers are a pretty shittily explained villain faction.
Like in the 0.5 episode where Gates was and Schwartz are getting interviewed, Schwartz mentions, I'm not allowed to say where I come from.
Because we haven't written it yet.
Because, I don't know, this show is so odd with its timelines. There's like so many timelines if you think about it.
This movie sounds even more complicated.
So we get to see another...
You know what? No, I'm going to pull a quote from Spider-Man. This is starting to sound like a really bad comic book plot.
So we get to see another Rider Deno again, being helmed by a different character this time. And what's weird is, this time, he comes with his own another Denliner.
Yep, it's fucking cool looking.
Like, why did he have it this time and not in the show? So he could just use it to go back.
Because he was stealing the actual Denliner.
You know what? Why can't we have that on a shirt? Me with my famous quote. Because we don't have the budget for it. I want that on a shirt.
We could. I could put it up in the store.
Like, Emily, can you doodle like a chibi version of Yellowcaster on a table of like a bunch of papers?
I'll write that
just
down.
like slamming his hands. We don't have the budget for it.
Yeah.
No damn good.
Yeah, and just there's like oh, I feel like that would be funny. Just we don't have the budget for it, guys. Guys, I'm sorry, we can't film an episode on the moon.
This is bullshit.
Okay, I wrote that down.
Awesome.
So also appearing in this movie for reasons that are so unexplained that they literally, and as proven by comments from staff, were not written at all, another Rider Double is also here and helping another Deno for some reason.
But, we all agree another Double looks fucking awesome. Love the design.
He's got 3 faces.
Yeah, I love that each side of his fucking head is just like one. Like if you looked at his Cyclone hat from the side, it looks like Double's head. Like
it literally looks like you took Cyclone Joker's head and then another Double's head just like peeled out of the middle of it.
He has 4 faces. The one on the left side, the one on the right side, the center,
and then he did a surprise. And then he did a surprise thing I didn't expect. He fucking went Luna Joker.
Why don't another Rider's form change? This is the only one that does it.
Ichi, okay. I just said my catchphrase. I don't want to say it again.
No budget. No, but we explained to him when we were watching it the other last night. Ichi is that's Double's thing. Is he switches
because he doesn't have anything else going on.
Exactly. So that's one of his abilities.
By the way, when I was writing notes, I decided to shorten another Rider Double's name to a Nubble.
A Nubble.
So I'm going to refer to him as such for the rest of this review.
We also get fucking Sento and Banjo.
Hooray! It's Banjo and Kazooie!
Oh no!
They're in Smash and this movie!
And this takes place before the Cross movie.
Yeah.
Because this came out before the Cross movie.
Yeah, I miss these two. They're such a good duo.
I love Bill so much!
I know you do.
I don't really miss them that much.
What's great is Sogo remembers Banjo because this is after episode 1 and 2, but Banjo doesn't remember him because their timeline got erased. Actually, wait.
What?
What?
The M&M's are right behind you.
Their timeline got erased in Zeo, but they are here with their power sets anyways.
Because they're...
God damn it!
Because they're the ones from...
Where's my whiteboard?
Your whiteboard?
Oh no! I didn't even think about all that till now!
No, they're in the new world. It's a different Banjo. It's a different Banjo and Sento.
Well, think of it this way. And I didn't realize I could just sat like this for the entire episode.
Guy's on his stomach now.
No, it's a different Banjo and Sento.
Yeah, it's a different Banjo.
See, Banjo Kazooie!
It's Grease, though.
Right? I don't know why. It seems to me like Grease should be the bear, because he's like a robot, and the dragon should be the bird. But I get the joke. Banjo.
What was that?
Oh, Banjo Kazooie!
Oh my god, that's it!
I love it!
Banjo Kazooie.
By the way, when Banjo Kazooie come out, I'm gonna pick a different alt skin for them and call them Swish LA.
Oh my god.
It's a burger and chicken combo.
But bears are burgers!
They can be. I don't know.
I would never eat a bear.
A burger?
In Shokugeki no Soma, there was actually a bear hamburger steak. So.
It's a hamburger.
I would never eat a bear. Bears are precious.
There's another one!
Yeah, that's my friend's
Banjo Kazooie. Banjo Kazooie. Does that mean he volts Gruntilda?
Oh my god! Imagine him speaking like that.
And the show finally derailed.
Wow.
Anyways, what was I saying?
Because we never do
how
that.
about we talk about the kid?
Oh, right.
The plot boy!
No, wait, hang on. I didn't say my statement about how they have their powers.
None in the budget.
No, it's not that. A very valid reason. Kid has to meet all the Kamen Riders. You can't be a Kamen Rider without your damn belt. There you go. Case closed. Good night.
Okay, so as I've stated before, one of my most fucking hated things in tokusatsu is when they center their plot around a child.
Because you're not a child anymore, man.
But no, because sometimes it's stupid. In this movie's case, though, it actually worked out really well, so I was okay with it.
I actually really liked the mystery of the fucking time-kidnapped plot boy in this movie.
And when we found out what he actually was, I was like, oh!
Although I will say, the first time we watched this movie, the first shot we saw of him running around with that red scarf, I immediately was like, is he related to Kuga somehow?
Is he Joe Nagiri, like a kid?
Because red scarf!
Kuga didn't have a scarf.
I don't know. It was just the way he was dressed reminded me of Kuga.
We used to be represented by scarves, because all heroes wear scarves.
Go tell that to Black and Black RX.
But yeah, so over the course of the movie, which culminates in Zio having a fucking Sherlock moment, we find out that Shingo is a boy who was kidnapped from the year 2000 from the day before Kuga started airing, which was also the day that his younger brother, Ataru, was born, who is the character that wished all the riders to be real boys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a real rider.
So it was interesting because, actually, I'll let Gar explain it because he explained it really well.
The nose growing sound effect.
So why does Ataru love riders so much, Gar?
It's very sad and dark in a way. So since his little brother, who was 7 years old, got kidnapped the day before he was born.
Well, his older brother, because Ataru was just born that day.
The day his younger...
It's confusing because in the current timeline, he's younger and he's older, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when the younger brother was born, the older brother got kidnapped.
Yeah.
He was 7 years old, and the parents were so devastated by it, they actually neglected their other son. So the only way he coped with it was watching Rider, in which he got so neglectful, he wished for one day the riders to find his brother.
No, he wished for riders to be real as a means of escapism.
Because reality fucking sucks.
Agreed.
Yeah.
It's not that much of a disagree for me.
I like that the parents are so not even a factor, despite that explanation, that we never even get to see their parents.
Can I say, though, that fucking collection, though? God damn!
So we go into Ataru's house and we see all of the fucking Rider merch that this guy has, and Jesus Christ, that's a collection!
One of my favorite shots still in this whole movie was just Sento picking up a build vinyl figure and just looking at it and being like, what the fuck?
You are a toy!
I'm
T-O-Y toy!
Which is funny because Toy Story 4 debuts this weekend.
I can't wait to say it. It was so good. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, that's very hit and miss with me though. Whatever.
Get out! Get out! No!
Yeah.
No!
Ooh.
No G armor. No.
Locust.
Fuck that.
Lost G.
Fuck that.
Cool.
No.
Like, so, Sogo, like, halfway through the movie, sorry to bounce around this movie, but, like, halfway through the movie, after finding out that they're just fictional characters, Sogo kind of has the best response. He can't really think about anything else at the moment.
He thinks he's fictional.
Like, he thinks, like, what's the point of life then? If life is just fiction. And then Sento...
Is this the real life? Or Rider fantasy?
There's a part of me that's thinking if I had seen this sub, that probably would have hit me really hard.
But then...
But
I'm sorry, but Sento's kind of an asshole. Because, in a way, he's like, oh, I'm fictional, but I'm not even meant to be... Like, I'm not...
I actually kind of expected that response from him, because he's like, yeah, I was made up too, I'm not a real boy. I was supposed to be Takumi.
I think...
Yeah, but here's the problem. I don't hear that. I hear, suck it up, Buttercup. We got shit to do.
That's where
and that's kind of what he needs to hear.
That exactly is what Soga needed to hear. It's like, yes, we may be fictional, but we're in a situation right now. We're already this far ahead. We might as well keep going until it finishes.
But if you're going to introduce a concept like that, you can't just brush it underneath the rug. You gotta, like, you can't do this with a show like that.
No, and then they found out they were real. So
the only
explanation I can come up with was at some point at the end of this movie, between it and the next episode, they probably lost their memories of this happening, because not at any point after this movie in the show does anyone bring up the fact that they're a fictional existence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's a problem. It's like
It would also explain why he doesn't know the Imagine when he meets them in the episode.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Like, when Sogo meets the Imagine in the episode, there's no like, oh, hi, I remember you.
Well, you wouldn't remember them because he didn't meet the Imagines. He only met Ryotaro.
I don't know, I feel like...
He never face-to-face met the Imagines.
I guess.
Yeah.
Does he at least acknowledge that he's seen another Deno before?
Nope.
Then what the fuck is this show doing?
Being terrible.
If you're going to acknowledge, yeah, I have the double watch now because of the movie, and the Kuga watch because of the movie.
Blaze is saying that he did meet them face to face, and he's gonna get confirmation.
No, he didn't. They all teleported, like Gates and Sogo teleported back to the real, quote unquote, real world, and then the Imagines showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
The Imagines never met Sogo in the movie face to face.
So one of the funny scenes in this movie is while everyone is losing their original memories and hanging out in the real world, Soup goes to high school.
Oh my god, her in that school fucking uniform.
Lane.
yeah, she looked good in it.
No.
Yeah.
No, she really did look
Lane,
good.
don't drink the soup.
She's 18, it's okay.
No, she's not. Lane, don't drink the soup.
Well, she's also from like.
Her name's
Twister.
Tsukiyomi, guys.
I'm calling
Don't
it
care.
sister. You know what you need?
Little chicken noodle soup.
Drive?
Well, besides that, you need some more Taiga. You need more Taiga in your life.
Anyway.
And Fuma.
The funniest shit ever is, so Ataru comes up to Tsukiyomi while she's at the high school, and she is like ready to leap on him because she thinks she's being confessed to, and he's just like, no, I just know who you are. I'm here to shake your hand because I love Kamen Rider.
That's like me going to conventions and meeting someone that I know, being like, oh, hey, nice to meet you.
And Gates and Sogo, watching from afar, think she is getting confessed to, so Gates
tries to take out Fi's
apparently tries to fucking laser the dude.
Oh shit,
fucking
that's a long
laser
comment. What the fuck? Okay, so anytime you use advanced warning, all the text is like...
Fucking, whoa, Blaze went ham.
Exist. They could have...
Blaze, are you okay?
Blaze is just on a
Yeah,
tear to
that's
defy
actually-
Gar.
It's too long.
I think
No,
that
he's explaining what he thinks Sento should have
No,
said.
I actually think that is something that they really should have. The whole idea of fictional characters realizing that in another universe they're fictional, or rather,
We're heroes to them.
Yes, that.
No,
because like in another universe we could also be characters. We
No.
don't know.
You know what they should have done? Final episode of the animated Spider-Man series. Spider-Man meets another Spider-Man. He's like, so who are you? I'm just an actor that plays you. You're a fictional character in my universe. You are a fictional version in my universe, but you are real in your universe.
Here's the thing. One of the surprise cameos in this movie was some old faces from Den-O, and I think Owner from Den-O put it in the best possible words. As long as someone remembers you, you exist.
Yep.
Just like how I remember Venus de Milo.
It's just like in Coco.
Really like that.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I was
God!
thinking. It's like in Coco.
Coco's so sad. Such a sad movie.
But yeah, speaking of Den-O cameos, fucking Takeru Sato!
Yeah, and you know what's like, me and Gar have always been making the joke that it's like he just showed up wearing a suit and they're just like, it's Mr. Sato, like we wanna make you okay, so we're gonna get you in the Ryutaro's possession costume.
Urataros.
No, but the joke was they put him in the Ryutaro. He's like, no, fuck that.
I'm going to a party in 10 minutes. Let's do Urataros.
Yeah, and he just keeps like pointing at his watch, just being like, let's go, time's precious. I don't have much time. I gotta go film my 3 rerunny Kenshin movies.
I'm on a time tripping ride here.
So I like, but I think they asked him which Imagine he wanted possessing him, and he just said Urataros.
I
think so.
I'm not convinced of that, but on the same note, I would really like to know why everyone involved decided that he would be possessed by Urataros for that whole sequence.
Well, here's
my initial thought when we first watched the movie was maybe the Urataros suit was not available or damaged or something, but we see it in the fucking episode, so that's not a reason.
Well, here's the reason for it.
Is this a confirmed reason or is this speculation?
I think he said it like years ago. Urataros is his favorite Imagine.
Okay, but it sort of dilutes the significance of him being there if he's possessed by Urataros all the time, because Momotaros and him are having this heartfelt reunion moment about, like, of course I didn't forget about you, Ryutaro. And yes, we temporarily see his eyes turn back to normal,
and that's the reason
listening.
why.
But I feel like
that's why he's possessed throughout the whole scene.
But I feel like that didn't need
to get that little thing where he clicks back and being like, he heard it. Like,
I mean, sure, that was cute, but
Ryutaro still heard him.
And yes, I get it, but I feel like it would have made more sense for Urataros to go, well, you and him are having a conversation, I'll just get out of your way.
Yeah, I would have made things...
I
was fine with how the scene went. It was still beautiful.
It just seemed like an unnecessary direction to take.
Yeah.
Do you want him or not? That's no, I am being serious.
We already got rid of Philip, this is all you're getting.
No. Do you want him or not?
Yeah.
Then shut up and enjoy it.
Oh, okay. Well, on the flip side, we did not end up getting Suda Masaki, as evident by the fact that fucking Waz steps in and somehow accesses the fucking planet library.
Oh, don't get me started with that shit. I was mad. I'm like, how the fuck did you do that?
Yeah,
I feel like this is just going to be more evidence to my theory that Waz is just the book.
I'm gonna say it was probably the double ride watch maybe that let him do that.
If so, tell us that.
Yeah, right?
We don't have time.
But yeah, you hear the whoa, and I'm like, what? And he just looks up Den-O in the fucking
Masked Rider Den-O.
I'm just like.
I mean, my speculation is probably they already had the script written with Shotaro and Philip.
No, that's exactly why. And then Suda Masaki couldn't be there, so they just step in.
They had to write around it. But when they got to that scene, it's just,
But here's the problem.
How do we do that?
Here's the problem, though. They could have just omitted that whole scene entirely and had Waz look up Den-O in his actual book, because he's done that plenty over the course of the series.
He apparently has the history of all the riders and freaking...
Exactly. So that was completely unnecessary. If Philip wasn't going to be there, there was no reason for that entire shot.
Yeah, But at this point in the show, he doesn't acknowledge the other riders existing. He just be like, here's this guy's armor. He doesn't acknowledge that, oh yeah, this is a rider, that's a thing. Hell, at this point in the show, Gates and Tsukiyomi and possibly Waz don't even know who Fize is.
I love that Gates, over the course of the show, weirdly knows some riders, but not others.
Literally,
he flunked history.
Forze Fize arc. doesn't know who Fies is. Wizard arc. Oh yeah, that's Kamen Rider Wizard. Do you know these guys or not?
And then when Decade shows up in Agito's form, you're like, it's Kamen Rider Agito! Like, wow, did you, like, skip some days of history class?
Someone's skimming through their history of Kamen Rider videos.
Yeah. So there's a weird subplot where Tid tries to turn Sento into his brainwashed slave, and you see his eyes glow, but for a reason that goes completely unexplained, Sento apparently resists the brainwashing and just fakes him out.
Yep.
Because
Sento's smart.
Yeah, that's my head. It's like the Jedi mind trick. It doesn't work on like.
It only works on the weak-minded.
Maybe it was because Takumi was in there guarding his brain.
Yeah, he's just like, nope.
You'll take me to Jabba at once.
Jacker mind trick.
I'm shocked that Jabba is so Jabba's not tricked by the Jedi.
Because he's not a dumbass. The Hutts are really smart fucking aliens.
Are they?
Yes.
Oh.
Why do you think they're in charge of like all these fucking gangs and shit? It's because the fucking Hutts are not dumbasses.
Another really funny moment in this movie is when Ataru is on a bus with Shingo and Kazumi, and he just turns to him like, "You're Kazumi from Build, right? You look a lot like Otoya from Kiva." And he just promptly responds with, "Who the fuck is that?"
Wait, they actually had that?
Yeah, when they were on the bus.
Oh my god!
It's like, oh, you're Otoya
See,
from Kiva.
things I'm missing without the subs.
And I love his response is, "I'm not Kazumi from Build, I'm Grease. Also, who the fuck is Otoya?"
So then I like that eventually we do go back to like the point where like they take the deadliner and they like and then...
They show the events of the time loop but in reverse order over the course of the movie.
Yeah,
so
I like
we
that.
see the result first, and then when they go back in time, that causes everything.
Yeah, I like that.
Then there's my question with the movie. So if they're set in the real world, how is Tid at the ruins of the Kuga?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Apparently the ruins where Kamen Rider Kuga's power set came from are also in the real world. What the fuck is that about?
Unless they're still in the fantasy world. It's not a real world, it's just a fantasy version of the real world where riders do somewhat exist in this world. So
we have to go up another level.
No, so the Kuga Shrine still the Kuga Shrine is there in the fantasy world.
You were positing over the course of the movie that even the quote-unquote real world that we see was just a fantasy world, but there's not really enough evidence to support that, except for the fact that the Kuga Shrine is present, and that Futaros the Imagined shows up in the real world out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? I will not entirely discredit that theory. Maybe the quote-unquote real world was just another level of fictional world.
I mean, it makes the most sense.
Because, factually it is, because it's a movie we're watching.
Well, yeah, because he asked Furotaros to make the world filled with riders. Make a world.
Technically what he said was, I want to meet Kamen Riders. And Futaros just chose to interpret that however he chose. You could have just spawned a bunch of standees for him.
This is my problem with this movie. It has some good ideas. Again, like I mentioned, it has good ideas, just poorly executed.
Yeah. I think this is a very good try, though.
It's a very C+, B-.
Yeah. I kind of feel that.
Where Generations Final was, S tier.
I thought you were going to say, STTs.
Another great moment is when they go back and see Shingo and Ataru's mom while she's pregnant.
Just sand everywhere.
You see Futaros run out because he went through Ataru back to before he was born so he could go and help them.
So he's the oldest brother.
So they go into the hospital room where the mother, still pregnant, is lying on her hospital bed, and there's just sand everywhere. So my immediate response was, "Oh, great, my sand broke."
I don't like sand.
I was thinking that too. I was just thinking, oh
Talking
man.
about sand, your vagina. Jesus is ridiculous.
That's why Anakin Skywalker wasn't present at the version
Sand!
of Luke
It's
and Leia.
everywhere. Get used to it.
There was sand. Don't you know? Anytime someone gives birth, it's just like you pour sand up, just goes.
Bag of sand.
One thing that happened in this movie that I was vehemently against was after Sogo and the writers go back to their quote unquote fictional worlds, they remember what happened and they want to go back to the quote unquote real world to fight the villains, and the way they do that is by touching the fucking double ride watch because it quote unquote came from the real world. That was such a lazy way to do that.
Yeah. We also get to see another Kuga, which is fucking awesome. And then he went like another ultimate Kuga later.
Yeah, when he merges with Shingo.
You know, it's fucking scary.
Another rider that does form changes.
There you go.
Kind of.
Well, that's because that's Kuga's thing. He changes forms. He evolves. He adapts.
It's adapting and then evolving.
So then we get an awesome fucking scene where just like everyone's like, you know, scared and running and away and they're afraid and they need Kamen Riders, and then they show up.
Every bystander wishes for a specific Kamen Rider, which is the one they like, and then they all just show up and start fighting.
So I do get Drive in a sense, and it was really awesome seeing him on screen.
And someone wished for Ghost specifically. He can't die, so he can take all the pain that I don't want.
Yep.
X-Aid, come help us. You too, Ghost. Your favorite's Ghost? We can't be friends.
But the best one was honestly just like the crowd of people are running away, and you just see like walking in the opposite direction. It's just Deno's sword form. He's just humming.
He's singing his own theme song
to himself, and then he just is like, "Oi, Sanjo!" And like everyone's just like, "Yeah,
ninjas, geisha."
Did you say ninja?
Ninja.
It's Ijan.
Ninja.
It's great. It's great. Isn't this great?
Yeah.
Or it's like it's cool.
It's good, isn't it? It's good. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, that was just awesome just seeing fucking Deno make it such a cool.
Oh, and by the way, when we saw another Kuga for the first time, my immediate reaction was, "For the royalty!" Because he looks like Inferno from Beast Wars.
Yeah.
What was that noise?
No, I just went, "Ew."
Oh, I thought you just went, eh.
No, I went, "Ew."
I just thought you made a random noise.
Yeah. So, they all start fighting. Oh, and we discover the reason why Tid is targeting this little plot boy Shingo. He's a junction point, just like Ryotaro.
Yeah.
So he's a person of interest. Over the course of the movie, I was like, why is Futaro so weirdly invested in saving them when Imagine really just care about traveling back through time through their contract holders? And it's because Shingo is a junction point, and the Imagines all care about them. Because they're, like, important, because they're immune to time changes.
Mm-hmm.
The whole junction point thing is a little more well explained if you watch Kamen Rider Den-O, but for anyone who has watched it, I feel like it's just enough justification to explain the actions of the characters in this movie. Because I was wondering, like, why is anyone even doing any of this? Yeah. So, Gates shows up with the Kuga Ride Watch because he decided he would pull the same shit Tid did and hold up a blank ride watch to the fucking Kuga Shrine and...
The corpse for the Kuga.
Yeah. So that's the way that Sogo gets Kuga armor in the movie, but we don't even actually see him do an actual form change. He just shows up in the mech.
Yeah, but Kuga armor's fucking cool looking.
Yeah,
plain
it's
and
basic.
simple.
We did get to see it in the series, though, so I won't completely give them shit for that.
Also, double armor was cool. I still hate the Gaia Memory shoulders.
I like them.
No.
I thought the double Gaia Memory little mechs were adorable. They were like mini-cons.
You know you're old when you have mini-cons on your side. Looking at you, Vector Prime.
Ooh, shout out to Vector Prime.
But yeah, so yeah, Den-O shows up. We get to see him fight in axe form, gun form, and rod form, as well as obviously sword form.
Yep.
I was right. I win.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And just to win, I'm reposting this. because it got cut off.
Okay.
Because it's you guys in a nutshell.
Can't see. Wait, what does it say? Me looking at the menu, knowing damn well I'm gonna get the same thing I always get. Yeah, no, that's me.
That's why I don't even look at the menu when I go to restaurants.
Next.
Yeah.
Derps.
So all the riders show up and start fighting the endless hordes of mooks, and at one point we even zoom into Oz and he just like pines for Ankh. And I'm like, that's sad and adorable.
Yeah.
Ryuki's just not questioning why he's there. So, yeah, let's go help the other Kamen Riders.
Decade's like, you fucks.
And, no, the Decade just sees everyone else that he doesn't know. Well, I feel like shit.
Where have I been for the last
No,
decade?
he just sees all the Neo Heisei Riders.
I'm gonna get that one. I'm gonna get that one.
No, he's just looking at it, just like,
Got him. Probably get coffee and we'll talk.
I have a shiny one of him.
Lose the pink.
Just Zio shows
Lose the
him.
pink and we'll talk.
Just Zio shows him getting his ass kicked by Kamen Rider 15. He's just like, well, I have to fucking be better than him.
So while all the riders are fighting, there are some attacks given off that these riders probably should not have. We see Kiva do this really weird, like, chain spin, and we see Agito use some sort of glowing fist attack. I'm not sure that they ever use those in their respective series, but if I'm wrong, please prove me wrong. I will happily accept correction on that.
Maybe you just don't remember them because it's been like forever since you've seen the shows.
Heisei Generations forever. And yeah, Ghost does a fucking Ghost Nado.
Ghost Nado.
Yeah, I don't ever remember him doing that.
Ore Nado.
And he floated.
Yeah, he can
He
float.
remembered that his fucking Ori Damashi's power is specifically the ability to float around.
No,
I know. Did he do that like 3 times in the show?
He
Right?
just charged up his hoverboard and like wheeled around.
Yeah, I
on
looked like
set.
he was on a hoverboard.
Yeah, he was on a hoverboard wheeling around on
Hell,
set.
please, he's clearly on a Segway.
What? He's on a Segway because he would have had handles. He's on one of those stupid things that are called
Ghost
hoverboards.
riding on a Segway. Ghost riding on a Segway.
Didn't the creator of a Segway die on a Segway?
That's a weird segue.
Yeah, that is a weird.
Well,
Segway.
it's like thinking that like everyone thinks Over Redenbacher died by getting like choking on his popcorn, but no, he actually died of a heart attack in a hot tub between 2 women.
While eating popcorn.
No, he probably hated his popcorn.
I mean, that's the way to go.
No, but sometimes you like something you create, you grow to really fucking hate it. What do you think Steve Jobs has done? Go ahead. Just kidding.
There's a lot.
We miss you, Steve Jobs.
Something you create, you can grow to hate. I'm sure there's a lot of fathers out there that would agree.
Ow! I didn't mean that. Yikes. Anyways, let's go to the finale of this movie. So
Everyone kick him to death.
Including Hibiki, who doesn't have an actual rider kick, but fuck it, let him have one anyway.
Yeah, he just fucking put some purple fire on his foot. It's like, oh, look, I can kick. I'm like, no, he should have just done the fucking that screw.
Oh, and there's this one scene where all the riders are just driving along on their bikes, and Lane was like, where's Drive?
Run, and the Drive
just see him skid right in and wipe out a line of mooks.
Fucking deja vu, I have been in this place. I've been in the streets.
Yeah, he deja vu'd some mooks to death.
Deja vu, and been in this place before.
Gas, goddamn gas.
It wasn't really that. Like, it was nice to see everyone on a bike.
Including Exade riding actual laser instead of Bike Gamer. It had the eyes, so that was Kiria.
He's probably like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, I'm disappointed.
I thought I was dead!
I am. The try to run, I get. We can't hug that thing. Like, we can't bring that thing all the way out here, so we'll CG it.
Yeah.
But why the fuck is Hibiki and Ryuki not on their bikes?
I like.
It's so well.
I like
Hibiki because he didn't have a bike really.
Yes, he did. Hibiki has a bike.
Hibiki had a motorcycle.
He had a motorcycle.
Oh right, because they had him use it in the fucking games.
Yeah,
it was just a straight up real motorcycle.
But also when he didn't have access to the car that he usually drove in to go to places to like scout, he would just take his bike.
Hibiki, the only Kamen Rider who takes a fucking truck to most of his battles.
And for Ryuki, my excuse is just the ride shooter just doesn't look good to.
So put him on Dragronzer.
Or
even I'm angry about that one.
He survived to use that.
Or hell, anything CG the ride shooter. And it's like, oh, but the bike probably won't start. You know which bike didn't actually start in that scene? Kabuto's. Legit, I watched some behind the scenes of this movie, and they never used the.
They just do an effect where he zooms by while clocked up, and then they just cut to hit the bike stop, like he just finished attacking.
Like, I kid you not, when they're all driving in, they cut out Kabuto because while in the scene, he was hooked up to like a trailer and was being pulled along.
That's amazing.
Oh, the excuse, according to Orb, is that the ride shooter only works in Mirror World.
Then get the drag racer.
Drag Ronzer.
Drag.
Well, he has to be survived to use that.
No, he doesn't.
You know what? You're kind of correct on that, too.
Well, hell, then have it be like he pops through in and out, like a shark type of thing.
Yeah. Wasn't there like another Rider collaboration movie where they were all riding on bikes, like the 40th anniversary?
Yeah, the
one?
40th anniversary when they all hopped on their bikes and they made the giant 40 and they
yeah. So what was he riding then?
The ride shooter.
Okay, so then there is no excuse.
Whatever.
And also,
the ride shooter only works in the mirror world. Yeah, so do mirror monsters, but you see freaking
they come out into the real world.
Yeah, so if anything, it can work. We just don't have the time for it.
Just have Ryuki ride Excel.
Get over here.
The other thing with Ryuki is he does his final vent, but he's like completely CG'd during the attack, and they show it from like an above angle, so you get to see his weirdly CG'd body twist and turn the way he does during his final vent.
But the Ryuki thing I like because we never actually saw him do it because we'd always see like drag Rezer.
It would cut him off and he would just like completely flip over.
Yeah, but this is probably the first time ever where
you actually see the way his body moves.
The full pose. That
right? It was weird. I didn't like it.
I like that.
It was just like, between the lines, I don't like it.
Hibiki I didn't like because again, he doesn't have a rider kick, nor does Deno sword form. Sword form doesn't have a rider
Right,
kick.
I remember it. It was climax form that has a kick. Sword form does not have a kick, if I'm remembering right.
He used his sword attack.
But I in the Decade Deno movie, when he was fighting Goldra, he did finish him off with a rider kick.
In sword form?
In sword form, he did a roundhouse kick.
Huh.
A roundhouse kick, but not...
It's still a rider kick. It's a rider kicking.
I'm actually surprised.
So it's like Kabuto. Like, Kabuto is not a traditional rider kick.
It's a counter kick.
Yeah, it's a counter kick. It's a roadhouse kick.
Still, it is a Kamen Rider kicking, hence it's called it's a rider.
Also, we didn't get the Wizard Dragon for Wizard's rider kick.
Yeah, I wanted fucking big foot dragon boot.
Oh, soccer ball fucking kick. God damn it.
Give him the boot.
But I will give the movie props because the way they defeat another Kuga involves actual Kuga doing a rider kick along with the other riders.
You know,
so they did in fact defeat another Kuga with the Kuga power set.
It was Kuga with Build and Zio.
Yeah.
You know what they should have done just for shits and gigs? Everyone goes final form and Zio just looks around being like,
I want one.
Hey, I don't have one of those.
I will always say though the best rider kick sequence I've ever seen was in All Riders vs. Die Shocker where they all just fucking rider kick Shadow Moon. It was amazing. He's just fuck me, just riddled with kicks.
And that's when Shadow Moon questioned his entire life.
Yeah, just seeing fucking like 20, like 50, like no,
a lot of
fucking.
No, as much as I don't want to quote him, I'll quote the Nostalgia Critic with this joke. All right, let me look back on where I went wrong with my life. All right, everything.
Fair enough.
So they defeat Tid.
And the two brothers were like, holy shit.
And then
we can spoil this for days.
No, and then we get this really this is at the end, like by the credits or whatever like that, but we get this really, really like heartwarming thing where it shows
it's a montage of the corrected timeline.
The current timeline of just them growing up together, enjoying Rider, and just seeing like Shingo like grown up, and I'm just like, oh my god, so fucking good!
That I did understand. And
see, Kamen Rider isn't just for losers who are trying to escape reality.
No, anyone can like Rider.
It's not a phase, Mom.
It was awesome seeing them.
But what was really funny is, so Shingo gets out after another Kuga's defeated, and he sees all 20 riders standing there, and then they return him to his timeline. And then Shingo went on to leak every Kamen Rider.
He's just like, I want that orange one.
No. Fuck you. Looks at Ghost. You're cool. Fuck all of you.
Bill, now we'll talk.
I can't wait to watch all of these riders tomorrow.
Every kid nowadays. No. Back in my day, only 5 of the shows were subbed. Now all of them are subbed. Fans nowadays. Can't wait to watch all of you.
So after all is said and done, Futaros just fucks off happily.
Oh wait! There's something on my Twitter that I should bring up. It's someone drew a little animation of it, or not an animation, but a little web comic of it. Hopefully I can find it in time, but just keep talking while I try and find it.
Okay.
So the timeline is fixed, and everyone goes back to their fictional world, and they don't clearly show it, but they go back to their hall, so it's safe to say that I guess they fucking rubbed the double watch again and went back to their world.
There's no place I want to be a rider.
Oh my gosh, Futurama.
Yeah, there's no place I want to be a witch.
And then, as the credits play, we get this mix-up of all 20 Heisei themes.
It was nice.
Yeah, Heisei Generations Final Mix.
They didn't tease Waz or anything.
Yeah, there was no teaser of an upcoming rider, which movies like this usually do.
So that's the movie.
Wait, when did this movie come out?
December. I remember
for us.
For us, it was a month ago.
Yeah, May.
May.
I remember this movie came out in December because during that one shot where the Denlander is going back to the quote-unquote present, it's dated December 3rd.
Did it come out before or after Anime North?
Before.
Before Anime North?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because we were delaying it because of Anime North.
Alright, I'm trying to find it. Sorry. Unless the post-cut deleted.
So for me, I like this movie. To be fair, the first time I watched this movie, I was really tired from work, and it was fucking 12:30 at night when we watched it. So, but from what I understood and when I watched the movie, I did like it. My complaint is I wish there were kind of more actor cameos, but again, people's argument to me is, well, that's what the show's for, and I'm yeah, but still I get it. We can't get everyone. Everyone's busy. They have their own lives, but it still would have been nice to see.
So someone drew this, which is adorable. It's a little web comic, and which apparently it didn't go in the right order. It's backwards.
Yeah. Well, you can find it online.
Yeah. So basically, what happens is Futaros meets up with the younger brother again, and he decides to make another contract with him so he doesn't disappear. So basically making a Ryotaro and Momotaro's relationship.
Aww.
And then he became Kamen Rider 3rd Deno or something.
Yeah.
Deno the 3rd.
Deno's the third.
Den-O's!
But yeah, in terms of what this movie was, I liked it.
I like this movie's ambition in doing something that they haven't done before, where they go into the quote-unquote real world.
That was really cool.
There were a couple of missed hits, like the whole Kuga ruins being in the real world, Futaros having come in with zero explanation, and the complete, absolute lack of explanation for Another double.
Oh.
And the staff even said that they wanted to write more plot and explanation for him, but they had to cut it short for time.
Well, if they wanted to, if they could, I think they should have just delayed the movie. Not have it come out in December, have it come out in January or February.
I feel like the movie would have been perfectly fine if Another Double just wasn't in it, and we just had an actual double arc in the show.
Give us a reason to focus on Kuga.
Because I feel like Deno was more the focus, so instead of using the double watch to travel between worlds, they could have used the Deno watch.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe at the end of the movie, the Deno watch could have faded away because it was used for other purposes, for world traveling. You know what I mean?
It's also,
that watch was never the real one.
It's also odd to think that we're gonna use the Denliner. It's you guys are already time travelers, though. So what's the point of Deno?
Exactly.
That's like giving someone who can fly a jetpack.
Well, I mean, jetpacks are awesome.
But when you can already fly?
Now you can fly faster.
Really good jetpack.
It's
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's it's a bit redundant that you gave a time traveler villain a time machine when they can already
travel through
time. Also, where the hell is all the other time jackers?
Yeah, no, Will Schwartz and Aurora weren't in this movie.
What?
They were just completely not in the movie.
They were doing something.
God, the Time Jackers are terrible.
They just did not show up at all.
At all.
I don't know. Maybe if this plot had more focus on like what it wanted to do.
I will say that I enjoyed the fact that I didn't immediately predict everything in this movie. The mystery of the whole him being kidnapped through time and being the older brother and the younger brother was actually fun to sort of piece together as I watched the movie the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So this movie did a good amount of things well, but a noticeable amount of things poorly. But despite all that, I say this movie is an absolute watch for any Kamen Rider fan.
I'd give it a B-.
Yeah, that seems fair. Emily, your thoughts? You haven't talked much.
Well, to be fair, I was actually... I'm not sure if I even count as having watched it, because I watched it raw without subs, and I could only vaguely tell what was going on, but I definitely enjoyed watching it regardless, and I really want to watch it subbed at some point.
Okay, well, make sure you let us know what your thoughts were after you've watched it subbed. Yeah. Lane, any closing thoughts?
Yeah, again, I like this movie. I'll probably have to give it another rewatch because, again, I watched it when it was really late at night and I was tired, so I kind of wasn't... it's not that I wasn't fully paying attention, it's just, some things just kind of flew by me and I was just like, because, I was just watching it because I saw you were taking notes for it and I was like, well, I might as well just watch it.
Yeah, and that was, my fourth viewing of it, because or maybe third, because I watched the Raw when it came out, I watched it when it was first subbed, and then I watched it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen this 4 times now, I think.
No, you said 3. Because you said you were going to watch it today and then you didn't.
Yeah, I focused more on Ultra Ranger today. No. So I watched it 3 times.
So anyways, that is Castranger.
Yeah.
Oh, what are we doing next time? What are we doing?
We will be discussing at least one episode of an interesting toku series that I've been seeing a subgroup put up called Phantom Mirage.
Okay. Cool.
I don't know much about it, but I know it features female characters primarily, so it will be an interesting breath of fresh air, I feel.
Where are we going to talk about Toei Spider-Man?
When it ends up in Spider-Verse 2. I don't know.
Oh, no. Schwa for now, everyone.
So anyways, I keep forgetting to do the fucking intro blurb at the start of the episode.
We are Radio Sentai Castranger, a bunch of toku nerds who live in Canada that discuss Kamen Rider and Super Sentai and whatever we like to do. I butchered that very badly, but you get the gist of it.
Yep.
We mostly talk about Rider and Sentai on this show. Why not Ultraman? Because we have our own show for that.
Yes, Blaze, that can be your new bit. Remind me to do the intro.
You have a purpose again.
Yeah.
That's mean! Don't
word it like
that.
So yes, as always, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there you can find our YouTube channel, Facebook page, Twitter account, merchandise store, Discord server, and our Patreon, where you can join such cool people such as Spellcaster Blaze, our prime patron.
Before we go, I really want to try seeing one more time if Google actually play Godzilla's Roar.
No, it's not going to work. It's just going to give you the same answer.
Okay. Can I try it after we go off air?
I mean, yes. It's not like we're monetized. We already got demonetized because we have less than 1,000 subs. So fucking go for it.
Okay. Do you say hey, Google? Is that what it is?
Okay, Google. Play the Godzilla roar.
Sure, playing Godzilla song, added roar in beginning, on YouTube Music.
Close enough.
Woo! It actually worked! Yes!
Okay, Google, stop.
See? See?
No, there was a song about to play, just they had a roar.
No, I know.
See, it likes me.
Wow, we actually went through a plot arc on this episode.
Oh, you're right, it was a plot arc. We went from Puff Daddy, causing me to spill water across the floor.
Okay, Google, make the sound a bear makes.
This is a bear.
Nice! So, okay, stop!
Congratulations, Lane, you made bears on the air.
Hello, Google, say...
You just have to say
okay.
Yes. Hey Google, make a Pikachu sound.
I don't have a sound for that yet.
Then you're pointless. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.